Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting and amazing Propagandacast from your host, the one and only Master Propaganda Imperial Dane, off here to a 1v1 on Twin Beaches in the South stands Jlodge, fighting here for the British Empire, the Commonwealth. He is setting out with the 6th Armoured Division, straight into a classic double sapper start there for maximum Sten gun engagements. With an aggressive section command post up there in north stands Sir John Harrington himself, fighting here for the Deutsches Afrika Korps. Here with a double Panzer Pioneer start and a bike start here, ready to match wits with the British. As always, a big hearty thanks to my Patreon supporters for the continued and generous support of the Propagandacast, allowing me to keep making all these videos on a daily basis. A big thanks there. And a big thanks to all those wonderful people who keep commenting and liking my videos, helping you spread out the word of the Propagandacast to as many people as possible. So, sappers advancing up here for Jlodge, equipped of course with the venerable Mark II Sten submachine gun. There would be later versions, but the Sten Mark II would be the most produced one. It was also the one primarily meant for troops, or frontline troops. Versions like the Mark V, for example, more meant, I believe, for paratroopers. Fun fact, Panzer Pioneer rushing up here, so an aggressive opening here anyway for Sir John Harrington. Got the regular section out here for Jlodge. Moving forwards there with their Lee Enfield Mark IV bolt-action rifles. Panzer Pioneer digging in here. The South sapling force there. Pretty steady advance here by Jlodge against the German positions. Panzer Pioneer now being engaged. They got the section firing away there with the Lee Enfields. Panzer Pioneer held up here. British forces trying to make it towards the field on the hill. Can they get there? How will Sir John Harrington respond to that? Noting, by the way, considering he hasn't gone for the beaches, if he loses this fuel pump, this could become a bit of an advantage here for Jlodge. And Jlodge now close again. The sappers are advancing. Sten guns placing into the Panzer Pioneer. Their backs exposed. They're taking so much damage while dealing in it. We do have another Panzer Pioneer squashing in there. And the bikes now being rushed up here. Sir John Harrington here trying to turn the tables here on Jlodge as fast as possible. Sappers are being overcome now. Panzer Pioneer didn't suffer a single casualty, by the way. That is very lucky there for Sir John Harrington and the Germans here of the 90th Panzer Grenadiers shown there, but there you go. First casualty, second casualty, section suddenly raking in those casualties, but now the Germans are turning the tables. We do have another section running here for Jlodge, but the question is at this point, does it make sense to pour more troops into this engagement? It clearly does. Bike taking heavy damage. Now it's just one Panzer Pioneer squad being left behind, covering the retreat of the comrades in the face of the British advance. There you go. Scaling the walls here, they push back the Germans, and the fuel point is now finally within British reach. And as all this has happened, by the way, of course, in the south, Jlodge has been slowly advancing here. Main mat advance on the fuel pump before Sir John Harrington gets a bike there being repaired. Crew there hard at work with spanners and blowtorches. Bit of good old-fashioned elbow grease. So back here at Jlodge's base, we got a double sapper triple section start. Very classic start there. And there we go, by the southern fuel point as the bike thinks itself safe. We got the other sappers trudging through the snow. Not the snow, but the sand. There we go, that's the S word I was looking for. Sand. And water and the muck. Catching the bike here with the Sten guns, but we do have veterans running the bike. Marking the British forces there for easier targeting. And there you go, bike is finally forced off. Even with veterans, one hit against the sappers. It's not quite enough. We do have the Panzer Pioneer running. Bike almost knocked out. Hooray for Sir John Harrington here. Risky stuff here. We got Panzer Pioneer out and we got some assault grenadiers. So actually, Sir John Harrington here rushing out a light support company for assault grenadiers. An interesting strategy here by Sir John Harrington, but then again, he's always very much one for the interesting strategies. So thumbs up to that, gentlemen. Sappers pushing forward, being forced out by the assault grenadiers. Got the 6th supporting MP40s up close here. There we go. Sappers routed under a storm of MP40 fire there. Moving on to the next target, the main road here, the scene of the next unfolding drama here of Companies 3 as they're closing in. Jürgen there goes down, but in the end though, Jlodge is forced to draw a section in the face of all of these assault grenadiers with all those MP40s, the Maschinenpistole 40, most mass-produced submachine of the German army. It's also the most used one, but the other two, those second and third most used submachine guns, were in fact only produced by the Germans, though captured from the enemy. Fun fact. The uniform there for Jlodge, for those running, that would have definitely been the PPS 841, and I believe would not be surprised as the third most used, actually the Sten gun, as the Germans captured a lot of those from various sources. Fun fact. Fun fact. There you go. Assault has been caught here by the section, but so far, rapid aggressive play here, and does he actually have training up already? I think so, yeah. He's actually gone here for rapid training. Definitely something noticing more and more with British players, and it's definitely part of the British metagame. Is more players are starting to hang on now that the training centers, overall more accessible and the XP bonus is bigger, there are more players pushing for training, because once you get fast veterans 1 and then get extra bonus from the training center, your troops can hit that much harder here. So bold aggressive strategy here by Jlodge, and it's definitely going to put Sir John Harrington a bit in place. Out to Sir John Harrington here in the south here. Panzer Pioneers the section, grabbing southern field point by the beaches as well. No battle group yet. Flooding manpower though, while not having a lot on the field here. I wonder what his plan is. Okay, he's going for the mechanized company, so he's clearly operating with some kind of rash strategy here, though. I would probably still recommend maybe machine gun team, or at least another assault grenadier squad here. I feel like Sir John Harrington might be pushing his luck a bit here. Okay, we've got armored support, we got superior fire drills. Alrighty then, we got the infantry section standing around here. Grab the point here. Action pipe being fixed up with the assault grenadiers. And there you go. Jlodge, of course, flat initial successes, going for the car point here. Rapid pressure there against his opponent. In the southeast section, grabbing the victory point back. Panzer Pioneer down to just poor Fritz, who's definitely seen better days. And there you go. We got another assault grenadier group out here, but this time they're a mechanized one here, opening up for, of course, mechanized tactics and are more aggressive here. So John Harrington, 2 assault grenadiers. Definitely a fan of those, and personally also kind of like them if you get them out early and get them sort of veteran enough, fast enough. They really, I find, tend to pack a punch. In particular, with the tactical assault ability, they can really start ripping through stuff. And we got these support armaments. After it goes down to mine. Good mining power there, of course, by Jlodge here. Assault guns still up close. They are a threat, but that's set up against 2 veterans, 1 sapper section. In the end, faced with that much lead, the assault grenadiers are forced to withdraw. Yeah, how do you like that, Jerry? I don't think their name's actually Jerry. It's just a thing, Lawrence. It's a thing. We make fun of them with it. You know, we're British. We make fun of everyone except the King and the Queen. Public, anyways. Assault Gunsman 4 take out the regular section up on the hill here. No upgrades yet here for Jlodge's men. Second Assault Gun squad moving forwards. So, I'm guessing that his plan is to rush out the Stug D. Not that he's going to rush out the 18-ton recovery half-track. At that point, I think Sir John Harrington would have absolutely lost the plot if that was his plan. Smoke grenade here on the fuel there. Thumbs up to Sir John Harrington. The assault grenade is definitely not, I think, the overall most popular DAK infantry unit, but I do think it is one that, again, well handled, is quite fairly effective. Another mining again. Good work by Jlodge mining. Good work. Of course, he still would benefit from some upgrades. Meanwhile, fresh road troops here from Sir John Harrington and the 90th Panzer Grenadier Shawn, British forces of the 6th Armoured Division, moving in here to block the advance up north, south side. We're seeing a lot of engagements here. Fight there, veterans who won. Sappers moving forwards with the Sten guns. We got the regular section up here as well. Assault gun is closing in there. Go. No. Briefly thought about the grenade assault, but I think under current circumstances, with that many guns pointed at them, that low health here, going for the grenade assault would not just been a waste of munitions, but a waste of manpower. Could even have risked a wipe here. That said, I do think Jlodge needs to consider upgrading his troops soon. Meanwhile, Sir John Harrington is, I imagine, going for that Sturmgeschütz 3 as from D. He's looking to, catch his opponent off guard with a fast Stug. Which, I mean, is a pretty solid strategy. I mean, it could surprise us, in theory, with a fast Flampanzer, but I imagine a fast Stug is going to have a bit more impact against Jlodge. Assault guns moving in here. In the south here, Sappers moving forwards, backed up the section. There you go, the Stug D is on the way. Sappers advancing here through the sands. But so far, Jlodge has managed to seize almost the entire map. Again, bit of a risky strategy here by Sir John Harrington, really betting everything on the assault guns and, of course, the Stug D here to turn the tide against his opponent. So definitely not a strategy I'd recommend to show, say, the average player, as it's going to definitely take a bit of tactical know-how and a bit of guts to pull off, and a bit of luck. Meanwhile, back here at Jlodge's base, we do have the platoon command post up. Could go for stewards. They, of course, lose a bit of penetration there, so they don't as easily, say, penetrate medium armor head-on. Panzer in the center. Up north here, we got the Stug ready. Adding the Pinlock machine gewehr. Thumbs up. Panzer Pien being ripped apart here, but the section's fine. We do get some Recce upgrades there. A couple of Scopely Enfields. Assault Grenadiers Veteran 2-1. I think he's going to go for the veteran squad leaders, as that would also benefit the assault grenadiers. But there you go. Shots fired up north here. Recce section pushed back. In the face of the mighty Sturmgeschütz 3 as from D. one of the earlier models of the Sturmgeschütz series with the lower velocity gun, which was initially designed with basically meant to provide close quarters armored artillery support for units at the front line, also for blast of course fortifications, but it's just like meant to act as sort of self-propelled artillery in a sense there, and would initially serve with the German artillery known as the Sturmartillerie. Fun fact. Catching the section, and we do get snares off here though from Jlodge. It's Jlodge's perspective. We're going for Armoured, and he's going to go here for the center anti-aircraft tank here. He's also got... Wow, he's gone for a total of 5 sections. I actually missed that. That is a really aggressive British anti-rifle from Jlodge. Like 5 sections, 2 sappers, and a 6-pounder gun. And of course, he's clearly planning to sneak in the Crusader anti-aircraft tanks. This is a strategy clearly looking to leverage the training buff here versus opponent. Very bold. We do have a mod out here for Sir John Harrington, the Marder 3 not Ausführung anything, that's just the early model, equipped with the PaK-36R, which was a converted Soviet anti-tank gun. Fun fact. Section coming up here, so, yeah. Obviously, the Stug is going to be fairly good against all of this, because, I mean, they're not going to be very good against the Stug. But still, it's a bit incredible to see someone go so heavy on the infantry like Jlodge. Good shot from the Sturmgeschütz. Smart, of course, keeping close. There's obviously a concern here from Sir John Harrington of stewards or anything else here. From Sir John Harrington, assault gun here, see Stug blasting away there. Pursuing here the Iraqi section, forcing up in the centre, British forces advancing, and up north here, bit of movement as well as Panzerpionier trying to head around the North Beach here. We got the bike hanging back there, virtually 2 by the way. Thumbs up to Sir John Harrington on that one, of course. Mard there getting flanked. In the south here, Recce section spot here with the Sturmgeschütz. Lewis there gets de-Lewised as it takes a 75mm high explosive shell to the face. And there you go, we got the Crusader tank up, Panzerpionier up there, quite the blow here. To Sir John Harrington will limit his ability to repair his armour. Crusader tank out here, based off, well, the Crusader tank. It mounted the Bofors 40mm anti-aircraft gun there in a rather pyramidal shaped turret. Definitely one of the more unique turret designs of the war. They're not necessarily the most unique. Friend section here, Panzer's moving up, obviously concerned about enemy vehicles. But will Sir John Harrington be ready for the Crusader anti-aircraft tank? That is the big question. In the south there, Sturmgeschütz being pushed back here by the 6-pounder gun and, well, mainly the 6-pounder gun. So we got 482 with 351. So John Harrington there definitely in the defensive against Jlodge, catching the steps of the bike. We got the Crusader on the move here. Panzerjäger's firing here from further up north, but I don't think we're able to save the bike. And there you go, that bike is going to go down here. Crusader completely scrapping it here. Of course, the Crusader did get its autocannon, well, fixed, as most autocannons were active bugged. I think it's only like the DAK flak feeling and the, I think the British truck, I think they sort of basically didn't do that with. But otherwise, pretty much every other autocannon got fixed. Stu kept on biting 6-pounder gun, head on mine here, re-exposed here. This is really bad for Sir John Harrington. This is great though for Jlodge because he can actually flank the Stug here and hit through the rear armor, which is definitely more manageable for the 40mm Bofors. 6-pounder gun coming up here from the front, marching forwards. Assault just catching here the Uzbeki section, and there you go. The MP40s are absolutely cutting them apart here, going for the 6-pounder gun. Marty shoots at the Crusader, misses it. 6-pounder gun, well, decrewed again. What will Sir John Harrington do now in the face of Jlodge Crusader? We do have the Marder moving up, trying to catch it, getting caught. He's got smoke up. He's going to try and crew the 6-pounder gun. And the Crusader's going to try and decrew in the cover smoke. But there you go. Now we got the Marder firing at it here. Section engaging. Assault does need to come up here. Crusader now wedged between a Marder and a 6-pounder gun by one of the D-routes here from the beach resort there. Almost getting knocked out. Assault gun is pushing for this sections here. Almost got it. Crusader with the Marder. Can he take it out? No, he misses. What an absolutely hectic engagement. Now the Saps are making an attempt here. There we go. Crusader is down. The Marder scores the kill. Jlodge down one Crusader anti-aircraft tank, but he's calling another one. Section knocked out here. Losses starting to pile up. In fact, at this point, he's lost 2 sections here. The assault gunners, you can see there, if you get them out early enough and to get enough experience, they can actually really start to pick up. And, of course, they benefit from combined arms as well. So, thumbs up here to Sir John Harrington for highlighting the power of the assault grenadiers. That said, he popped the tactical assault there at the wrong time, which does slow down the movement. Should hit retreat, didn't, and now he's down one assault goes score. We got the Panzer moving forward to the 250 half. We got a second Marder. Crusader, they're going to flank. I think the Marder here, if he can't do it, that's going to be terrible here news. If he stops up them from the Marder, that's terrible news for Jlodge. Over to Sir John Harrington. Crusader, it will definitely get knocked out by the Marder here unless he's got absurd luck, and he did not. So that's 2 Crusaders down in a matter of moments here. Huge blow here to Jlodge. Big win tactically and strategically for Sir John Harrington. Now we got Flampanzers and the Befehlspanzer come back in here though. For Sir John Harrington and the 90th Panzergrenadier. We got the Panzerjägers here though, out in the open. Marders and Half to just sort of casually firing at the British infantry. 6 pounder gun being hauled off here. Sappers on the move. And Jlodge trying to figure out how to explain to Monty he lost 2 Crusader anti-aircraft tanks in that short amount of time. Meanwhile, back here at Sir John Harrington's base, and nothing further happening here. I suppose you could try and recover the Crusader anti-aircraft tanks and convert them into flak panzers. Sappers, Brand section, we got the assault moving forward here, that's it. Sir John Harrington is down to 3 squads of infantry. And there you go, tactical assault. No, it ends up retreating. I think that's a smart move in the face of 2 Sapper sections, backed up the Brand section, of course, all with training. So definitely know how to handle those Sten guns. And there we go, we got a command tank out here for Sir John Harrington, the Befehlspanzerkampfwagen 4, based off the earlier model Panther 4s. Panzer Pioneer being forced to withdraw here. Mines being laid down here. Jlodge not missing a moment, ready to prepare for the next German assault. Alright chaps, once mines down here, there, over that cut-off point and that choke point. No, not under the doormat. The Germans are not going to drive a tank over a doormat, you nitwit. Command tank moving forwards. Going for that southeastern victory point. Sturmgeschütz, command tank fires, but there you go. Takes it from the 6 pounder gun through the side armor here. Definitely quite the hectic fight also. Fairly non-matter, obviously. Got the assault moving forwards in the 250 half track. Going to be caught here by the British, moving straight here for the Sappers on the victory point. So John Harrington knows the victory point difference is a bit aggressive and needs to resolve it soon. Flying side here from the half track, the assault gun is hard to work. We get a grenade here, but it's dodged, very nice. Command tank being blasted with the 6 pounder gun, using the flare from the recce section to spot for it. Thumbs up to Jlodge. Half track somehow is operable, but it's going to go down any moment now. He actually has self-repair on it. Tried to repair it and cover smoke. But Jlodge was having none of it. They actually popped the grenade into the smoke. They're knocking it out there. That's it. Vetty to assault grenades. Attack assault. They're making brutally short work of the British. That's it. They're now caught out in the open between 2 sections, including the Brand section again, with training here. Not looking great here for the assault guns. Now they're getting focused down hard. We got the command team up to assist here. Fighting remains intense here. There's just so many intense engagements here. Neither player really letting up or slowing down. Grenade off here. Almost got the Brand section. Recce section are getting devastated. Back at base, we got another Sturmgeschütz 3 Ausführung D here. No Flampanzers. Part of me would like to see some Flampanzers as well. The Flampanzer 3. One of many various Flampanzers the German army would employ. There's the Flampanzer 2, aka the Flamingo. There's the Flampanzer 3. They even would convert French Char B tanks into flamethrower tanks, removing the 75mm gun from the hull and replacing that with a flamethrower. They would actually see service on the Eastern Front, and they would also see service doing Operation, I believe, Market Garden. So there's a fun fact. And if you're having a hard time imagining the Char B, just think French Grand tank, but with, you know, more armor and more baguettes. Command tank hitting a mine there. Saps under 5 from the Stug 3D. Panzer coming up the north side here. 6 pounder gun firing to the flank here. Stug moving forwards. We got these smoke launches here. So he's actually been spending a lot of resources into various upgrades, except for the veteran squad leaders. Still, it does help both his Stugs, his command tanks, and of course his Marders more survivable. So thumbs up there to John Harrington. Sturmgeschütz between the Sappers, and good use of the smoke launchers thereby to cover the advance here. Very nice setup there. Still, Jlodge is having a good chunk of the map, but losing those 2 sections and all those Crusader anti-aircraft tanks really put a dent here into Jlodge versus Sir John Harrington. Certainly showing off, again, the assault grenadiers, I think, a fairly good light. At least in my opinion. That said, we're not seeing more Crusader anti-aircraft tanks, and we're not really seeing much else here. So there's definitely a part of me suspects he's either going to go for Churchill tanks, he's going to try and just go over here Sir John Harrington and go for the Churchill Black Prince? We'll have to see. We will have to see. And there we go, we got something appearing here. It is in fact the Churchill Black Prince with a 17-pounder gun. Well, things keep escalating with this match, don't they? Back to Jlodge and the 6th Armoured Division. Now bring in the heaviest of armour he can get his filthy little hands on. Victor Pons Wise, though, he's also got a big lead here. But we can see that Sir John Harrington is feverishly trying to gain the advantage over his opponent there as well. Recce section forts in the front of the midfield. Panzerkampfwagen 4.
Ammunitions point is being overrun.
And there we go. Got the Black Prince slowly rowing forward to the front line there. With 2 Mons, a command tank, and a Stug D. It will be interesting to see how exactly Sir John Harrington deals with this. Well, he's also got the Panzerjägers, but I don't think they're going to be the big tool there against the Black Prince. You want us to shoot what this is? Have you lost your mind? Again? Sabs on 5 of the Stug D. Churchill Black Prince wing forwards here. If he's not aware of it now, he's going to be very aware of it soon. Meanwhile, Sabba's pushed back here. The fact he's moving like this definitely has been thinking he's not aware of it. Grenade off in the command tank. That's it right here, though. He ignores the Martyrs, or at least doesn't cover the fight against them. The potentiality of them. It means that the Martyrs can actually flank the Black Prince here, giving Sir John Harrington maybe a chance here. First shot bounces, second shot goes through here. Command tank firing away there, takes it from the Black Prince. The Martyrs are going for it, firing shot after shot into the rear here of the Black Prince. We got the Stug D going for the 6-pounder gun. Black Prince almost knocked out. Command tank though is down. Martyr is down. Shot bounce off the Black Prince. Almost got the 6-pounder gun here. Black Prince is firing at it. We got Martyrs getting headed here with anti-tank rates. Almost got the Black Prince. 6-pounder gun down. Can the Martyr take out the Black Prince, or will the Black Prince take out the Martyr? It's going to be close. It's going to be close. Who gets the shot off first? It's the Martyr, and the Martyr goes down in return. What an absolutely cataclysmic battle. 2 Martyrs and a command tank here. Take out a Black Prince. That's something. He's got some wipes here on Jlodge. It should help compensate here for John Harrington. He does clear the anti-tank. This Stug D, though, is immensely damaged. Panzerjägers here being blasted into oblivion. Of course, for those who have seen his previous match, I'm sure you're all thinking right now one thing. When he's going to try and recover that Black Prince. He's also called in another command tank. So we'll be keeping a close eye here on the mechanized company. That's for sure, ladies and gentlemen. Meanwhile, Sab's keeping a good work here. Taking a bit of while for them to get their activity free. We got the engineer detachments up though. Blasting here the 6-pounder gun tonight to the British. We've got Ace assault guns being charged for the sappers. There we go. Combined arms bonus being attacked assault here. The sappers are forced away here. The MP40s shredding them like they're made out of paper. Well, admittedly, I don't know why you'd shred MP40s or use MP40s to shred paper with, but you know. So there you go. Force off here. Sappers wiped out. Good kill there for Sir John Harrington. Another Stug D here. No recovery half checks here from Sir John Harrington. I'm sure there's currently many disappointed viewers. We'll of course have to see what will Jlodge go for next. Will he try and hold up for another Black Prince? Will he just tech up? What will he do? Meanwhile though, Sir John Harrington here in the 90th Panzergrenadier is rebuilding its forces. Second Sturmgeschütz 3 Ausführung D gefechtsbereit. In the south here, we got the Recce forwards here, going to push for the beaches, ignore the main force up north here. I think that makes a lot of sense. Command tank being used to grab points. Assault Grenadiers, Panzerjägers being pushed to work here, fixing up the Sturmgeschütz D. Oh boy, here we go. He's going to try it. I think he's going to try it. He's going to try recovering the Churchill Black Prince, ladies and gentlemen. He is going to make the attempt. At least I hope that's what he's planning. And I'm sure you out there watching, that's also what you're hoping. Don't lie. So, assault is good to go here. The cavalry half-track there is almost done here. For Sir John Harrington, the 90th Panzergrenadier Division. The Falmore half-track was known, of course, the use of a variety of recovery vehicles. There's also a Berg Panzer 3. There's the Berger Panther as well. And there's even, I think, a Berger Hetzer. But the Berger Tiger, despite being shown in Companies 1, was never really a thing. But there was a variety of other recovery vehicles. They would also actually quite commonly use captured T-34s as recovery tanks as well. Fun fact. So there you go. Yeah, he's doing it. It may cost a bit there, I mean, it still costs a bit to recover, but I think we can all agree that's going to be worth the price. There you go. It's like the crew's like, you want us to recover what? This thing? I guess? Command to their striking this. John Hankton defense. There goes. Smoke been deployed here. Pushing forward here. Lacking infantry support. I will say this is fairly risky here, but there you go. He's using the smoke and the Stooks combined here to slam into the 6-pounder gun and mess up here Jlodge in the south. We got air reconnaissance called in, I think, for artillery purposes here. Stooks and command tanks here driving through, and there you go. He's trying to take out the German armored assault here in the south side here. Artillery shells landing close to the Befehlspanzerkampfwagen. Jlodge is actively being forced in the defensive here. Having let the fight for so long, he is now the one being led around. British artillery, though, is just not quite fast enough to hit a damaged Panzer IV. Stuke their ground points on north here, pumping 6 for the sappers. Panzerjägers probably could do with some healing. But just looks like Jlodge is in fact planning to hold out for a Black Prince. In the same way that John Harrington is, just not in the way you'd expect. I wonder if they'll actually ever meet the two. That would be, well, very funny. Stuke moving up here towards the center of the beach town. Got the second Black Prince out here for Jlodge. Stuke there with the damage and get hit with 2 snares. Good work, of course, by Jlodge. Soldiers moving forwards here with 22 kills on the name. Ace level samples there, half-weight of HE 3. Soldiers are closing in rapidly here. Need to withdraw the samples before they get taken out. And there you go. The recovery work has commenced. The Black Prince is being salvaged by the German army. Stuke D there using smoke to cover itself up. But only to get covered here by the Black Prince. Obviously not a child from where we got smoke launchers being fired off here. But I think it's too late here for John Harrington's Sturmgeschützreisführung D. Black Prince almost halfway recovered. I imagine as soon as Jlodge sees this, he's going to try and stop this because, you know, I'm 99% sure he does not want his opponent getting a Black Prince to turn against him. Oh dear. Problem is, of course, he's got the Black Prince himself, but it's going to take ages to get there. It's not exactly known for being fast. Oh no. I don't think he's actually registered it. He is now sort of moving in there, but I think it's going to be too late. I don't think he'll be able to stop the Black Prince from actually being entered into German service. Churchill! Wait, that sounds wrong. All the way though, we got artillery called in on it now, but it's too late. Pandora's box has been opened. The Black Prince serves the Reich now. Meanwhile, Black Prince number 2 moving in here. Trying to halt here Sir John Hankton's attempt at armoured usurpation of the crown. The Sultan's about to get wiped out here. And of course, right now, he's just desperately trying to fix up the Black Prince before the other Black Prince hits. He's even got the command tank nearby to try and, you know, reinforce it a bit in terms of, like, durability, then screen it. Moving in the Black Prince here. Artillery being called in. Black Prince firing. Black Prince firing. Got the Lloyd called in now. Good hit there from the Black Prince and the Black Prince. Lloyd's also doing more damage here, and the Black Prince is just slow as molasses. Could deploy smoke to cover its withdrawal here. Panzerjäger's moving up here. 6-pounder gun moving in. Could fire the anti-tank tear gas round here. 6-pounder gun firing the Black Prince. More loiters here. Panzerjäger's being mauled out here. No smoke being deployed here by the Black Prince though. And it does have it. So, I don't know why he's not doing it, because it would make it harder for the aircraft to actually see it and shoot it. It doesn't really help either, he's just constantly stopping up with it. Meanwhile, German Black Prince here, advancing to back up with the command tank, almost fully repaired. Now, in fact, it's almost Veterans 1, firing at the 6-pounder gun. The British crew wondering what the hell is going on as they're firing at their own tanks. After taking a hit, the Black Prince down again. Possibly recovered by the Germans. Half track down, but it's too late. Unit almost taken out here. Surprisingly, didn't have any Crusader anti-aircraft tanks to cover against this eventuality. I mean, he should have been aware after seeing the command and his opponent would likely use loiters. And not quite full health there, actually. But as I mentioned, he stopped up several times. Still, I'm a bit surprised they didn't do anything about that one as well, to be honest, there with their balance patch. But hopefully the one in September will finally put an end to this. Section taken out here. Of course, at this point, though, it's looking pretty bad for Jlodge. It's looking pretty bad. I mean, he's got a rampaging Black Prince to deal with. There you go. GG. Game over. Definitely another spectacular match here from the keen tactical and strategic mind of Sir John Harrington here, with a lot of back and forth here. An aggressive opening from, Jlodge there with all these sections. But again, the assault gun is caught him off guard, scored several wipes, and then losing the 2 Crusader anti-defense in such short order really hurt him, at which point he tried to install up for the Black Prince, but that gave Sir John Harrington more time to recover. And of course, there's the other, decisive engagement here that actually allowed to recover the Black Prince, at which point things slowly descend into madness. I feel in this regard, I think had Jlodge just, at some point realized what was going on and just shifted his strategy, I think he'd been in a much better position than he actually was. But he'd have to have made some bad calls here. Perhaps he's a bit overconfident. And meanwhile, to John Harrington, scrappy as is, just absolutely improvisational. Really good at, making up stuff on the go here. Clearly, managed to turn things around. But also, I think just these assault gunners really did some good work there. And just, I think Jlodge was struggling with them. So, fun match here. In part, we got to see a German Black Prince, but also I think an interesting match because it does highlight, a bit there what I say about the assault gunners. You want them out early, but if you use them correctly, they can become quite fearsome infantry units. So there you go. Hope you enjoyed this match. Hope you learned something from it. If you did, subscribe, like, share, comment, tell your friends, tell your family, but not your enemies. And as always, you can support the Propagandacast by donating or pledging on Patreon. Links are in the video description. This is Imperial News. Cheers, and see you all tomorrow for another episode. Bye, everyone.